Hello and welcome back to that 70s card show. John Keating here with the Basement Tapes 242. This is a case of if you know, you know, and perhaps I've screamed about it enough over the last several months, either privately or with a microphone shoved in my face. But the 1972 Topps football set is crazy. And I don't mean TMZ crazy. I'm just saying it is I mean, I think the design is great, but there is some legend attached to it. So we're going to find out about that together. 1972 Topps football says here I have 305 of them. Okay. So 305 of these. It's two series, I believe, but we'll find out about more. And perhaps I'll save my speech for the end. So let's get over to Beckett here and the online price guide. 305, it says I have total cards 351, $12.34 average value, $4,329.70 total value. 89 rookie cards is set at ease between 1250 and 3000. Tell you right now, folks, that is outdated, and good luck with that. 72 Top Set contains 351 standard size cards that were issued in three series. The third series, 264 through 351, is considerably more difficult to obtain than cards in the first two series. Card fronts are either horizontal or vertical and contain player photos that are bordered by a color that, for the most part, is part of the player's team color scheme. Vertical photos have team names at the top, and horizontal photos have team names on the left. In either case, the player's name and position are at the bottom of the photo. The card backs are printed in blue and green on gray cardstock. The backs have yearly statistics and a cartoon. The subsets include league leaders 1 through 8, in-action cards 119 through 132, 250 to 263, and 338 to 351, 1971 playoffs 133 to 139, and All-Pro 264 to 287. The key rookie cards in this set are Lyle Alzado, L.C. Greenwood, Ted Hendricks, Charlie Joyner, Larry Little, Archie Manning, Jim Plunkett, John Riggins, Steve Spurrier, Roger Staubach, and Gene Upshaw. The cards were issued in 10-cent wax packs. Let's get to the top three, shall we, folks? And if you already know about all this set, then just enjoy the ride. If you don't, you should be taking notes. Top three are the Roger Staubach rookie card, the Rayfield Wright rookie card. Yep, I said Rayfield Wright. He's card number 316. And Joe Namath in action, 343. You will go through this top set of, top valued cards here, and you'll see a lot of cards you might not care about or know about or have heard people's names, but there is some scarcity here that is redunculous, especially for the 1970s. Again, 351 cards, 1972 Topps. Teams represented here are Falcons, Colts, Bills, Bears, Bengals, Browns, Cowboys, Broncos, Lions, Packers, Oilers, Chiefs, Rams, Dolphins, Vikings, Patriots, Saints, Giants, Jets, Raiders, Eagles, Steelers, Chargers, 49ers, Cardinals, and Redskins. Holding steady to that group of teams. Hall of Famers in here, 91 of them. There's the team leaders. There is the regular cards. There's the Super Bowl cards. There's the inaction cards. There is all sorts of Hall of Fame or Pro Bowl cards, all that stuff. So too many to name, truth be told. Rookie-wise, we said there was 88 of them. There are 88 of them. No errors or variations reported here, folks. So kudos to Topps for either knocking it out of the park or not drawing any comments or call-outs from collectors. Comments, speaking of which, Phil says the set contains vertical and horizontal pictures. Key rookies include Staubach, Plunkett, Manning, Joyner, and Riggins. The short printed third series cards demand a premium and are harder to find. Marcus P. tells us, I was 9 in 4th grade and my friends bought to school some football cards. They were cool, and so the next day I took a few nickels from my piggy bank and went to the White Hand Pantry. a corner convenience store and bought 5 packs of 1972 football. I was hooked, and from that moment on, I have been a collector. My first pack included Roger Staubach. I still have all those cards today, and have enjoyed the process of accumulating a few more. And McClain's says, if you notice the horizontal card of the teams with 5 letters or 5-letter names could not fit larger names on these cards. The Bills Colts cards, for example, my favorite Topps football set by far. Fun but challenging, completing the 3rd series. So that's a good shout out there. I was going to mention that the horizontal cards by default only have so much room to spell out the team name. So Bills, Colts, and Cards are shortened to from Cardinals are teams that you'll find in the horizontal or landscape format, whereas teams with longer names, Steelers, Eagles, Packers, etc., are in the portrait or vertical format there. So well done, McLean's. I had you backed up. If you hadn't stepped forward, I got you back, buddy. Packaging, here is some packs. Here is some wax boxes. White wrappers again. You could you can get all sorts of stuff here. But classy wax pack there, classy box as well. There's different color wrappers there. Well, there's white wrappers, but there's different color graphics on there, orange, blue, and green, depending on maybe series. But it has one stick of bubble gum. It has the curved T, which we love. One pack you could get a Shake It Up Baby bubblegum shake is the neatest. I don't know what that means, but anyway, it's a jar where you can store your bubble gum. Topps Chewing Gum, Duryea, PA 18642, made and printed in U.S. Gum-based sugar, dextrose, corn syrup, softeners, natural and artificial flavors, and artificial colors. In Canada, made and distributed by OPG Company Limited, London, Ontario, under license with Topps Chewing Gum Inc. Contents: 1 stick gum plus picture card. So, not a lot of updated information on that through the years, but you could get a whale's tooth as well. So the whale's tooth is back. Rack packs right there. You have a couple of Hall of Famers there, right? Zonka, Emmett Thomas, and Terry Bradshaw upside down on that wax pack. What else we got here, folks? Let's get over to some more stuff here. Trivia. Let's look at the trivia tab here. The 3rd series, 264 to 351, is considerably more difficult to obtain than cards in the first 2 series. In-action cards are included along with all pro selections. So let's get to the gallery here. And legendary 264 and up, just crazy prices for commons. Talking about $30 to $40 range, perhaps, for some of those. Rayfield Wright is a card that is worth hundreds of dollars in that series. So lots of crazy stuff. Supposedly that Larry Frisch out of Wisconsin bought a boatload of those cases. Topps, still 20 years after the 1952 incident, would overprint and try to dump and offload their cards. So had Larry Frisch not bought that, we probably would have even more scarcity or complete unavailability of the high or 3rd series, which I mistakenly said 2nd series. We'd probably have even more scarcity these days. But you could see the cards here again. Card number 10, Otis Taylor, no logo on the helmet. Topps does not have these things authorized by the NFL, and which will be the theme of the 70s for them. So lots of non-helmeted stuff. There's Riggo, John Riggins, in his rookie pose. Anyway, I find this set to be fun and exciting and physically appealing to my eyes and not so physically appealing to my wallet. There's Carl Eller, Hall of Famer, with a massive face mask at Yankee Stadium. So there is that. There's a lot of cool stuff to see in these old cards. You can see here Bears, Lions, horizontal landscape cards with the shorter names, and somebody like the Dolphins and Nick Monicani, they have the vertical portraits going there. So look at those bangs there on Dave Williams, card 47. So let's see if we can get to some of the other ones here that may. There is a Jim Plunkett rookie card right there, I believe. Yeah. Let's read about Jim Plunkett, shall we? Card number 65, Jim Plunkett, quarterback, Patriots. 6'3", 210, Stanford, first pro season, 1971. Born 12/5/47, home San Jose, California. Jim was a starter in the college all-star game, says his cartoon. The AFC's sixth leading passer in his rookie campaign of 1971. Jim's longest gainer of the season was an 88-yard touchdown pass to Randy Vataha, his former teammate at Stanford. Jim was the nation's most sought-after college football player in 1971 and was Pro Football's first draft choice after winning the 1970 Heisman Trophy as a college senior. So the Patriots, the old Patriots uniforms there, I'm not quite sure whether those were training camp unis or whether they wore them out in public, but you could see Plunkett's rookie stats, which are his career totals as well. Beautiful, beautiful back of the cards here. Topps did that in 71 with the mustard black and gray scale. This is blue, avocado, and gray cardstock. I think I'm one of those weird people that likes to look at the cards from the back. I'm a butt man when it comes to cards, and this is one of the best of the 70s, that's for sure. Printed in USA, copyright TCG, and there's an asterisk there too. A random act of punctuation or asteriskness. Anyway, that's Plunkett, Patriots. Let's keep going further down into the set here. LC Greenwood's rookie card, if I'm not mistaken. I have a lot of these cards in my store as well. I sell a lot of these because I think they're really fun to look at. Well, look at Lyle Alzado there wearing the same uniform that Jim Plunkett was wearing. So I'm curious as to what those uniforms were all about. Blue with white shoulders. So anyway, maybe somebody can tell me what that's all about. Why Jim Plunkett and Lyle Alzado have the same uniform on. So who knows? Gale Sayers, nice horizontal card, and we're going to get into some nasty stuff here. If you don't know this by now, you might know these. I had a boatload of these high numbers rolling in my basement a little while back, and I'm talking about a 400 count box. And here we are. We're getting into the high numbers here, and it was absolutely breathtaking. These cards were in absolutely near mint condition, except for one card, which was funny. But anyway, they were just breathtaking. And having 400 of these or a couple hundred of these cards was just a little bit overwhelming for my senses. But here is the first of the third higher series, and you can see the All Pro cards, which are completely different design. We have wings or yellow pea pods or whatever, but it's interestingly designed, and I think it's uniquely designed and kind of pretty cool, these All Pro cards. But maybe we'll read from the back of one of these. Forest Blue. Let's read about Forest Blue maybe. He is a 269 All Pro. Highlights in 1971, Forest Blue, San Francisco 49ers. October 31st versus Patriots. The 49ers locked up their fifth victory of the season with less than a minute remaining when Forrest scooped up a fumbled punt and rumbled 25 yards for a score. Final score was San Francisco 27, New England 10. December 19th versus the Lions was very instrumental as 49ers won NFC West title with a 31-27 decision over the Lions. Did outstanding job in protecting quarterback as Brody completed 14 of 20 passes for 186 yards and 3 touchdowns. A fumbled punt. I was wondering how he had gotten a fumble and ran it for a touchdown. But now we know. Anyway, you continue on with these All Pro cards, but you'll also see the regular cards here eventually. But these are beautiful little cards. But there you see Mel Farr, number 288, back to the normal landscape and back to the normal whatchamacallit. Look at old Doug Cunningham there. He's got a bandage on his forehead, possibly a in-game lobotomy taking place, and then they squirted some Gatorade on it, and then he was fine. Tom McNeil looks like King Joffrey from Game of Thrones. Pretty scary there. And the Rayfield Wright, like I said, is a big banger in this set for, I guess, just its scarcity. There's Ken Willard in the pro action, so this is where football is getting into the action game. We see that in these pro action, similar to the in action that was offered up by the 72 baseball series. Topps discovering that you could put professional athletes in real-time conditions on the front of your cards. But with the exception of logos. So we have airbrushed logos out there for Ken Willard and whomever else is in that picture. Player, look at Dick Butkus on Dick Butkus's in-action card. So anyway, in action, we have lots of airbrushing and all that stuff, but it doesn't detract, unlike some other sets, it doesn't detract away from the beauty of this set. Pro Action, both landscape and portrait versions on there. So that's your 1972 Topps football, which is I don't even know if it's low key anymore, but it's definitely a legendary set of the 70s for the scarcity and availability of the third series. And I've got about 46 more of these high numbers to go, which you talk to me about the 60s baseball high numbers, but this is going to hurt a little bit. But if I'm halfway through that third series, I might as well just keep plugging away, right? Anyway, that's the 1972 Topps football set, the legend of, and the second, probably most legendary set from Topps in the 1970s, regardless of sport. Anyway, Basement Tapes 242. Thanks.